time in this center. Just what are you feeling right now?
Somewhere in the back. Here's Drake, then Allen.
Obviously, hurt. Obviously not winning the game on my last, time playing on this floor. So, definitely just, a lot of thoughts going through my head right now. But the best way to put it is like hurt right now.
How do you kind of make sense of, throwing such a tough punch in this game, playing such tough defense, and still losing by double digits?
Yeah, I think that's just the game of basketball right there. I think we did a good job of kind of just battling throughout the whole game, and it just wasn't enough in the second half. I think they got a lot of transition buckets, let some guys shoot open threes, and we just couldn't convert when needed on the offensive end.
Were you dealing with cramping or anything?
Yeah, I cramped a little bit in the second half. I want to say like the beginning of the second. So yeah.
A lot of memories floating in your head right now, probably. Or when will this hit you that this was it for you here?
It hit me this morning. Like when I woke up, like this is the last time I'll be playing on this floor, and then just watching, just like the senior video, kind of just hit home a little bit, and then running out the tunnel right before we did like the honorary of the seniors, senior Roy, me and Roy just talking for a little bit. It just showed it was like a full circle moment, because that's, he was my first coach here as a freshman, and then HD recruited me here, and he's now the head coach here, so it was kind of like a full circle moment right there.
What are the emotions there in the first half when you were hitting the threes and you were making the run, the crowd was going crazy?
Yeah, this is like what you live for, right? And you prepare for these type of moments, you prepare for these type of games, and for me to come out in the first half and just have a great first half of shooting the basketball, hitting threes that I know I can make. It was like something. It was something I envisioned in my head, and I just was able to kind of just go out there and display it.
There's more basketball ahead of you. What's your thoughts right now? What does this team have to do to get to where you want it to get to?
It sucks to lose, and obviously it sucks to lose, like especially as your last game for regular season. But the good thing about it is we still got more basketball to play. We got ACC tournament. We play Wednesday, so that's just how you gotta look at it. Obviously, it sucks right now. You gotta deal with it, deal with the emotions, deal with what could have went right, what could have went wrong, and you gotta learn to flip the page a little bit, look at the film, and then be ready for Wednesday, because we got 4 games in 4 days. So yeah.
RJ, I know there's a lot of talk of this team being on the NCAA tournament bubble. Just what's the mindset getting ready for the ACC tournament down the road?
One game at a time. I think that was our approach as we were on the winning streak. Just one game at a time, and understanding that just each game matters. We can make some noise in the ACC tournament, and I think that's the right approach, the right mindset to have. This team is fully capable of making an NCAA tournament and going far in it. So that's like my full belief, and I have faith in this team. So we're not gonna hold our heads down going into the tournament. It's more about keeping our head up high and moving with positivity.
You think the team showed that the 6-game win streak was not just a fluke against lesser competition, that what you did against Duke verified that this team has changed?
Yeah, I said before, like, we're a different team than we were a month ago. I think the way we compete, the way we battle, the way we play defense and share the basketball is way different than the team that you saw early on in February. So, that's just who we are. Obviously it took a little bit of a while to get to that point, but that just shows you the type of team that we're capable of. Thank you.
How do you start fresh for the ACC tournament?
It's 0-0. That's the best way to look at it. It's another opportunity to put ourselves in a position to make some noise and do a lot of great things. So you got to look at it as a 0-0. All games are winnable, and anything can happen. So that's like the best way to put it.
Yeah, what's your favorite memory in a Carolina jersey?
I have a lot. I would just say like my favorite one is probably just being in New Orleans, like the whole Final Four experience, and even the national championship, just like that whole weekend, the whole week leading up to it, and just like actually playing in it. My most memorable moment. No, I think we're all capable of having big night games, and from the 1 to the 3, even from just from the 1 all the way to the 5. Like it's just one of those games sometimes where things become stagnant a little bit, and some guys have it going, so you kind of just like feed the hot hand. But at the end of the day, like what made us so successful on the stretch was everyone was contributing. So that's all it is. I mean, it's basketball. Things are gonna happen. Sometimes they're gonna go away. Sometimes they're not. But you just gotta stick together and just consistently instill confidence in one another. Because this is a team where we could have 5 to 6 guys in double figures like we've been seeing. So we're gonna be more than fine.
Is this Duke team? Where would you rate them in terms of teams you have played? Are they the best group you played?
I mean, they're up there. Like,
Certainly.
I feel like my 2022 year, like that was a good Duke team too. So,
Yeah.
I'd probably say they're like right up there with 2022.
What about just the overall length?
One more.
5 that they
That's
have.
okay.
I mean, have you ever
Yep.
gone up against a team or seen a team that has just at least?
They're kind of like similar to like a little bit like a Florida State. Like Florida State switches 1 through 5, and their guards all the way from the 1 through the 5. They're all like 6'7". I mean, I think Tyrese and James are maybe like 6'4", 6'5", but other than that, I mean, I think that's the best comparison to put them like kind of like their length and their height, similar to kind of like how Florida State plays a little bit, but they're like a little bit more packed in rather than the 9.
RJ, I'm
Last one.
just curious.
That's it.
You mentioned that you were visualizing this morning and throughout the day. Obviously, that's a very natural human thing to do. Like we look forward. I'm just curious if you could willing to share kind of what pictures and feelings were going through your mind, and then to now as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was just visualizing and just me, putting myself like in this arena and just embracing all the emotions and feelings, and then like using that to go out on the court. Like I kept telling myself, like this is like the last time I'll be on this floor, the last time I'll be running up that tunnel. So, just make it count and do it for you. Like don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it for your family, like the reporters. Just do it for you, like because like you owe it to yourself. And I kept telling myself that because I felt like the journey I had, the career I had, it was all looking back on like the little kid who had a dream, to be in this position. So it was really for the little me.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you, RJ.
Yep.